through Thursday.
Thank you, Ashley. Now it is time for our closer. Delano, we're not quite finished with you yet. We can't celebrate your 25th anniversary without taking you back to your very first day at WBTV. Our Paul Cameron, who worked with you for a number of years, is here to take us.
Not only worked with me for a number, let me just say
Wait
that.
a minute. You don't get to talk.
Okay, all right.
You don't get to talk.
Right,
All right.
you're going to take us down memory lane.
Yeah, I've worked with Delano for the last 25 years, closer than anyone else.
Yes.
And it's aged me 50 years just by doing that.
That's true. I know.
Let me tell you one quick story, and this has to do with Delano. When he first got here, he was a little full of himself, football player.
Yeah.
He was talking about Georgia Southern, his loved Eagles, who were going to beat up on Appalachian State.
Oh,
and I said to Delano on the air, I said, Delano, if App State wins, you cut your mustache. And he said, I'll do that, because he was so sure that they were going to win.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? And there's a nice shot of us back at a race. This was your first race?
That was my first
day.
Yeah,
Oh,
first day. Now look, he's got his mustache, right? Well, I will say to Delano's credit, when it came time and Appalachian State won the game,
They came out. They were fired up.
They were fired up.
Bulletin board
fired
material.
up because of Delano's mustache. Delano had great theater. You know, we had a shot of him in the barber chair, and he cut just a little bit off, and we go away for 15 minutes. We come back, and the tears were rolling, and he cut a little bit more off, and we go away for 15 minutes. We come back, and he cut, and he finally did the whole thing. And you know what? He never grew it back, and that's the one thing I'm most surprised about.
Yeah, and that's all your fault. You're the one that I always tell my mother. I said, "But Big Mouth Paul Cameron got my mustache cut off, and I've never been able to grow it back." But let me just say to Paul, you hired me. You took a chance on me many years ago. I remember the first time you called me and said, "Are you interested in possibly coming to Charlotte?" And you were so gracious to me, and you always have been. So thank you so much for all that you've done for me in my career.
Absolutely.
You know,
one more quick story.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were talking racing. Racing. Delano was late to one of our races.
Yes.
And I said, I'm going to punish you. I'm going to send you out to the infield at Charlotte Motor Speedway and make you walk the infield at night and give us a story on the fans out there. And let me tell you, the infield at CMS years ago was not for the faint of heart. And I said, they're going to throw chicken bones, they're going to throw beer candy. Do you know that he came back with a beautiful story, and they adopted him down in the infield. They fed him, they took care of him, and Delano was their mascot from there on out.
They're the greatest fans in the world, the race fans. So, all right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And congrats, Delano. Thank you guys for watching us as we took Delano back down memory lane. Priceless video here, folks. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Look how young Paul